Welcome to my channel. This is the fourth video of the chapter Classes and Objects. In the previous video, I had explained how to create an object, and I had taken a simple example that could explain how your class is being created, how its members are written within the class, and I had also explained how to create an instance of a class, that is, how do you declare your objects and how you can access the members of your class. If you have not watched the previous video, the link of the previous videos are being put in the description part, and for more updates please do subscribe my channel. In this video I shall be taking one more example that could help you to understand how a class is written and how members of the class are written within the class definition, and how do you create an object and how the members of your class are accessed. So this is your lab program as well. So the program is, it's a C++ program to create a class with data members. Given the data members are your principal amount, time and rate of interest, and it is also asked to create member functions to accept the data values, to compute the simple interest and to display the result. So that we shall see, and I'm going to take the help of your compiler. Type the program, compile your program and execute your program. We shall see that. So here is a compiler, what we have. So first and foremost thing is I should include the header files. I'm going to include the header files. That's your iostream.h, and I'll also include one more header file, that is console input output dot header file. And let me create a class here. A class has to be created, and I'm going to give the name of the class as sinterest, because this program is where you are supposed to calculate the simple interest. I am going to give the name as sinterest. So let me open the braces, and it is given that we are supposed to create the data members. One is the principal amount, the rate of interest and the time. So I'm going to make use of a private as an access specifier so that my data members are kept secured, which can be accessed only within the class and it cannot be accessed outside the class. And let the principal amount is declared as P and time is T. Now I'm going to make use of a float value. Take your data type float value to declare the rate of interest as R, because the rate of interest can be given in terms of a fractional value. So I'm going to declare your R as a float value, and the output as your simple interest. I'm going to call it as SI. Again, it's in terms of fraction values. So now we have created our data members. Now it is time to create the member functions. We have to create 3 different member functions that accepts your value. That means we are supposed to read what is the value of your principal amount, what is the value of your time, and what is the rate of interest. So that's what we have to create, a member function which can accept principal amount, time and rate of interest. And the member functions are written under the public. So I'm going to take the help of void and then specify read. I would like to read the principal amount, time and rate of interest, and I'm going to use your cout statement to display the message. Enter P, that's your principal amount, T, that's your time, and rate of interest, and use endl so that your cursor will be moved to the next line. To read the values of your principal interest T and R, I'm going to make use of scene statement. Now read P, then T, then R. So here we go, and close your member function that can accept. So this particular part is where this is going to perform a read operation or accept your data values. So this is your member function that reads your principal amount, time and rate of interest. If I would like to give the values, what is the principal amount, what is the time, and the rate of interest, I have written a function, a member function called as a read that can accept the values. So the next part which I'm supposed to do is, since I have the value of your P, I know what is the value of T and R, I would like to compute the simple interest. So I'm going to make use of void, create one more member function called as a compute. This is where it is going to calculate your simple interest, and we know what is the formula to calculate the simple interest. It is P into T into R divided by 100. So that's all. So we have completed with one more member function which can calculate your P, T, and the simple interest given your P, T, and R. So we have read the values P, T, R. Now whatever the values that we have read, that will be computed using P into T into R divided by 100. So we have done with accepting the data values. We have done with how you can compute a simple interest. Now I'm supposed to write one more member function called as a display that is going to display the simple interest. That's your result. So I'm going to make use of a cout statement again. Cout, the simple interest is equals to, so that value is being stored in SI here. So this is where we have calculated. I would like to print that value. So I'm going to make it as SI and use your endl if required. Otherwise you can just leave and close your member function display and close your class by putting a semicolon indicating that's the end of your class. So the thing that what I have to explain again is, I have created a class called as a simple interest. Now I have the data members which is P, T, R, and SI. SI is the value where I have to compute it. Now I need to create three data members where all these members data member functions are written within the class. So the member functions can be defined in two different ways. One is by defining inside the class and by defining outside the class using a scope resolution operator. And here I have taken an example how you can define the member function inside the class. So read, compute, and display are your member functions which are defined within the class definition. So here is your class definition is being closed here, and I have defined three different member function. One is read, the second one is compute, and the third one is the display. These are the member functions where I have defined what operation that we have to perform on the data members, and it has been defined within the class definition. So now once your class has been defined, now it's time to create your object. As I told you, your object is an instance of the class, and we declare your object inside the main function, void main. So now an object has to be created only using your class name, and I have given the class name as sinterest. So sinterest is my class name, and I would like to calculate the simple interest for a person 1. So I'm going to make it as P1. P1 is a person 1 here. So a person 1 has made an investment. His principal amount may be a 5,000, and he has deposited the amount for the duration of 2 years. That's your time. And the rate of interest that what he is going to get is probably 2.5 or 3% per annum. So P1 here represents an object. It's for a person 1. Now I'm going to use a clear screen. Now to access your members of the class, see here, I cannot directly access the data members because the data members P, T, R are already declared under the private access specifiers. So since it has been declared under the private access specifier, it can be only accessed within the class. So if I would like to access PTR, it is only possible where read function, compute function, and display function can access these data members, because whenever data members are written under the private access specifiers, it can be accessed only within the class and it cannot be accessed outside the class. So now the person P1 directly cannot access the data members, that is P, T, R and SI, but he will be able to access the members, the member functions, that is your read, compute and display. The reason is these member functions are always written under the public. So if you make even your member functions written under the private, even these member functions read, compute and display cannot be accessed outside the class. So remember, if you would like to provide the security for your data members and allow your member functions and write that under the public, so that the particular object will be able to access the members with the help of the member functions. Data members can be accessed with the help of the member functions. So now I'm going to use a clear screen. I have already written a clear screen. Then now I'm going to access your member functions using the class called as a object called as a P1. Now which are my member functions here? Read, compute. I would like to read the values P, T, R. I'm going to invoke your function, that is read. So now I have taken this read and I have invoked this read using an object called as P1. So I'm going to access the member function read with the help of P1. So next is I would like to access the next value, that is next member function, that is compute. So pt.compute. So it's not P2 because it's P1 itself, because we have only created one object, that is P1. And I'm also going to access one more member function, that is display, using an object called as P1. So now a person 1 is going to read principal amount, time and rate of interest, and the person 1 is going to compute what is the simple interest, and person 1 after computing he is going to display what is the simple interest that he is going to get. So now P1 is an object which is an instance of the class interest, and he has accessed the member function using the dot operator. To access the members of the class, you can make use of a dot operator. So we have accessed three member functions. The person 1 has accessed three member function: read, compute and display. So now I'll close this with a get ch and then close your main function. So that's it. So we shall just compile this and check if do we have any other errors in the program. So Alt F9 will compile your program. Yes, it's fine. Your program is free from errors. Now I'll be able to execute your program by pressing it with Control F9. So before I compile it, I'll just say that I'm going to explain it again. I have created a simple interest, a class called as a simple interest, and my data members are PTR, principal amount, time and rate of interest, and SI is another data member which will help you to calculate your simple interest, and that stores the value of your simple interest. And read, compute and display are your member function that serves the purpose of an object where I would like to read the principal amount, time and rate of interest, and compute the simple interest and display the simple interest. And here I have created an object called as a P1, a person 1, where a person 1 would like to read what is the principal amount, time and the rate of interest. The second one is to compute the simple interest, and the third one is to display the simple interest. So I'm going to execute now. So now you are supposed to enter PTR. So let me take the value as 2565 is the principal amount, and that is what, as a person 1, that's what the amount that I would like to invest it on. The time is I would like to invest it for 2 years, and the rate of interest is 2.2% per annum. I'm just going to press enter key. Now the simple interest for the principal amount 2565, that what user is going to get is 112 rupees 86 paise. This is the what the total, the amount, the simple interest amount that what the person one is going to get for his investment of 2565 rupees for the duration of 2 years and for the rate of interest of 2.2%. So this is how you can execute your simple interest. This is your output of your simple interest. So I'm going to take one more example and show you what could be the output. So Control F9 is to execute. So this time I'm going to make use of 3033, 32, and the time duration is 3, and the rate of interest is 1.5% per annum. So this is the simple interest amount what the person one is going to gain. So for this video, it shows an example how you create a class, how you create the data members, and how do you define the member functions within the class definition, and how to create an instance of a class, or what you call it as an object of a class, and how do you access the members of the class. So this simple interest program is also a part of your lab program. In the upcoming video, I shall be taking one more program, and I shall be explaining to define your member functions outside the class definition using a scope resolution operator. And in the examination point of view, so if a question is asked, what is a class definition? Explain with a suitable example. You can write the same program. So if you know your simple interest program, which is important for your lab examination, the same program can also be written even for your theory exam. Or the same program can also be written if a question is asked like this: what is a object? What is an object? How do you declare an object? Explain with a programming example. So this program will serve your purpose. So if you know this program, it will help you for your lab exam. It will help you to write an example for your class definition, and it will also help you to show an example to create an object. So thanks for the video. So in the next session, I shall be taking with one more lab program. Thank you.